What if your favorite online purchase cost you nothing today and nothing tomorrow? That's the promise of buy now, pay later, or BNPL. It's a modern twist on an old concept, supercharged by tech to make big purchases feel smaller. Welcome to Finance Made Simple. Let's dive into the hidden world of BNPL. I'm not here to judge, but to break down what BNPL is, how it works, and what you need to watch out for. We'll look at the big players, the mechanics, and what you absolutely need to know before you opt in. Think of this as a teardown, not of a gadget, but of a financial product that's changing how we shop. Let's get into it. The concept of paying for goods in installments isn't new. It's been around for decades. We've seen it in various forms, adapting to different eras and consumer needs. Think back to the days of layaway plans, where you'd make regular payments on an item until it was fully paid off and ready for you to take home. Or consider furniture financing, a common way to furnish your home without paying the full price up front. These traditional methods allowed consumers to manage their budgets and acquire items they might not have been able to afford otherwise. But buy now, pay later, or BNPL is different. It represents a significant evolution in how we approach installment payments. It's fast, entirely digital, and incredibly convenient. It's seamlessly built right into your online checkout experience, making it a natural extension of the purchasing process. No more filling out lengthy applications or waiting for approval. The real boom for BNPL started in the late 2010s, as e-commerce continued its rapid expansion and consumers sought more flexible payment options. This surge was spearheaded by companies like Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay, who quickly became household names in the world of online retail. They all offered a new level of flexibility, catering to the evolving needs and preferences of modern shoppers. This included the ability to split payments into manageable installments, often with the enticing promise of being interest-free, making it an attractive alternative to traditional credit cards. And all of this was wrapped up in a super simple, user-friendly experience, designed to be intuitive and accessible to everyone. So, why did BNPL take off with such incredible speed and force? What were the key factors that fueled its meteoric rise? First and foremost, online shopping exploded, becoming the dominant force in retail. Secondly, younger shoppers, particularly millennials and Gen Z, were increasingly looking for alternatives to traditional credit cards, which they often viewed with skepticism or had difficulty obtaining. BNPL is remarkably easy to qualify for, with minimal barriers to entry. It typically requires only a minimal amount of personal information, and for most plans, there are no hard credit checks, making it accessible to a wider range of consumers. The marketing strategies employed by BNPL companies are undeniably smart and effective. They focus on empowering consumers, promoting transparent pricing, and highlighting the sheer convenience of their services. Klarna, for example, strategically targets the fashion and lifestyle sectors, appealing to consumers looking to stay on top of the latest trends. Affirm, on the other hand, often partners with retailers selling big-ticket items, making larger purchases more attainable. And Afterpay famously popularized the Pay in 4 model, which has become synonymous with the BNPL concept. Of course, we can't ignore the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, which dramatically accelerated the adoption of BNPL. With more people shopping online than ever before, there was an increased need and demand for flexible payment options to manage household budgets during uncertain times. Merchants also quickly realized the benefits of offering BNPL, as it demonstrably boosts sales and significantly reduces cart abandonment rates, leading to increased revenue. For shoppers, BNPL often feels like a helpful tool, perfectly built and tailored for the digital age. It's quick, entirely app-based, and often feels far less intimidating than applying for a traditional credit card. But this convenience and ease of use come with inherent risks, as we'll explore in more detail. Ultimately, the rise of BNPL is a story about technology perfectly meeting consumer demand, and doing so at precisely the right moment in time. It makes the act of spending money feel almost effortless. But that very ease can sometimes obscure the real financial commitments that consumers are making. In many ways, the story of BNPL is a story about instant gratification, without always fully considering the potential long-term costs and consequences. As we dig deeper into the world of buy now, pay later, it's important to keep in mind that what initially feels seamless and straightforward can sometimes have hidden strings attached. So let's take a closer look at how BNPL actually works from the initial purchase to the final payment. When you're at the online checkout ready to finalize your purchase, you'll often see the BNPL option presented as a convenient alternative to traditional payment methods. It's designed to catch your eye right when you're most eager to complete the transaction. Klarna, a prominent player in the BNPL space, Afterpay, another popular choice, Affirm. These are just a few of the companies offering this type of service. You click, selecting the BNPL option, enter some basic info like your name, address, and date of birth. Sometimes they might ask for the last 4 digits of your social security number and get approved in seconds. The system is designed for speed and convenience, usually with just a soft credit check. This means it won't impact your credit score like a hard inquiry would. The provider pays the merchant upfront, ensuring they receive the full payment for your purchase almost immediately, minus a fee, which is how the BNPL company makes money. And you owe the BNPL company the agreed upon amount. The most typical arrangement is to pay in 4 equal installments, dividing the total cost into smaller, more manageable chunks. Over 6 to 8 weeks, giving you a short-term payment plan, first payment due at purchase. This initial payment acts as a down payment. Payments are automated, making it easy to stay on track, linked to your debit or credit card. This ensures timely payments but also requires careful budgeting. For bigger purchases like electronics or home goods, some providers offer longer terms, extending the repayment period beyond the typical 6 to 8 weeks, sometimes with interest, meaning you'll pay more than the original purchase price. But you see the total cost up front. Transparency is key here, so you know exactly what you're agreeing to. The process is designed to be frictionless, making it incredibly appealing. Just a few clicks and you're done. It's that easy to get approved and make a purchase. If you pay on time adhering to the payment schedule, you pay only the sticker price. That's the best case scenario. But if you miss a payment, even by a day or two, late fees kick in fast. These fees can quickly add up, making the purchase more expensive than anticipated. Using a credit card to pay off BNPL, that's stacking debt on debt, potentially creating a cycle of debt, risky territory. It's a financial house of cards. The whole system is built for speed and ease, designed to be as user-friendly as possible, but that can make it dangerously easy to overcommit, buying more than you can realistically afford. BNPL feels like a shortcut, a quick fix to immediate gratification, but it's still a loan. Remember that you are entering into a financial agreement. The automation and simplicity are the hook, making it incredibly convenient and the hazard. It's a double-edged sword. Understanding this flow is key to using BNPL wisely and avoiding potential pitfalls. Next, let's weigh the pros and cons so you can make an informed decision about whether BNPL is right for you. Let's break down the real advantages and the potential pitfalls. We're diving deep into the pros and cons of BNPL, or Buy Now, Pay Later. It's become a popular way to finance purchases, but is it right for you? One of the biggest pros is that you can spread out payments, making larger purchases more manageable. And often these plans are interest-free, especially if you stick to the agreed-upon payment schedule. This is great for budgeting big buys, allowing you to plan your finances without the burden of immediate, full payment. It's also typically easy to qualify for BNPL, even if you have a limited credit history, making it accessible to a wider range of consumers. The process is fast and seamless, often integrated directly into the online checkout experience. There are no long applications to fill out, and no waiting for approval decisions. It's designed for instant gratification. If you pay on time, and that's a big if, you can avoid interest and fees altogether, making it a cost-effective option. For disciplined users who meticulously manage their finances, it's essentially like having access to a short-term, interest-free loan. But here's the flip side, the part you really need to pay attention to. The biggest risk associated with BNPL? Overspending, plain and simple. BNPL's ease of use makes it incredibly tempting to buy things that you can't really afford or perhaps don't even truly need. What happens if you miss a payment? Late fees can be surprisingly steep, and they can add up very quickly, turning a small purchase into a costly burden. Are you juggling multiple BNPL plans from different providers? It becomes incredibly easy to lose track of your various payment schedules and quickly get overwhelmed by the sheer number of payments you need to manage. It's important to know that some BNPL providers report missed payments directly to the major credit bureaus. This can end up hurting your credit score, making it harder to get loans or credit cards in the future. Be aware that longer-term BNPL plans may involve hard credit checks, which can also impact your credit score and the accrual of interest. Also, remember that consumer protections with BNPL aren't always as strong as they are with traditional credit cards. So, if you have a dispute with a purchase, resolving it can get messy and complicated. Even small, frequent purchases made through BNPL can quickly stack up into a significant debt burden that you may struggle to manage. BNPL can also normalize debt, making it seem like a routine part of your financial life. This is especially true for everyday spending, things you used to pay for outright. Ultimately, this blurs the line between what you truly need and what you simply want. When used wisely and responsibly, BNPL can be a helpful financial tool. But when used carelessly and without proper planning, it's a fast track to increased financial stress and anxiety. So always remember this crucial point. BNPL is still a loan, a financial obligation that you need to take seriously. Even if it doesn't immediately feel like one, it has real consequences if not managed properly. Next, let's talk about how regulators are responding to the rise of buy now, pay later services. BNPL's explosive growth caught regulators' attention fast. Early on, these services operated in a gray area. No interest, so less oversight than credit cards. Now agencies like the CFPB in the US and the FCA in the UK are stepping in. Their main concerns: are terms clear? Are lending practices responsible? Are consumers protected from debt traps? The worry: BNPL's speed and simplicity can lead people to take on more debt than they realize. Regulators want better disclosures, stronger affordability checks, and improved dispute resolution. Some countries are moving to bring BNPL under stricter rules, requiring licensing, fair treatment, and transparency. Providers are responding with clearer terms and more flexible hardship programs. The challenge: protect consumers without stifling innovation. The rules are changing fast. What was true last year may not be true tomorrow. For consumers, more oversight means better protection and clearer terms, but the landscape is still evolving, so stay alert. Next, let's get practical. How to use BNPL smartly. Ready to use BNPL? Here are 3 essential tips. First, read the fine print. Know the payment schedule, late fees, and what happens if you return an item. Don't just click agree. Those details matter. Second, budget and set reminders. Add BNPL payments to your calendar and budget and set alerts before each due date. Don't rely only on provider reminders. Take control. If you're using multiple BNPL plans, tracking is even more important. Third, limit your use. Don't stack multiple BNPL plans for small, non-essential purchases. Ask yourself, do I need this now? Could I pay full price today? Is this convenience or necessity? Try to keep only 1 or 2 active plans at a time and use BNPL for bigger, essential buys, not everyday spending. BNPL is a tool, not a lifestyle. If you're using it for groceries or fast fashion every week, that's a red flag. Mindful use keeps you in control and out of debt traps. Recap. Read the terms, budget, and set reminders, and limit your use. These habits make BNPL work for you, not against you. That's the world of buy now, pay later. Convenient, fast, and full of potential, but not without risks. Used wisely, BNPL can help you manage big purchases. Used carelessly, it can lead to debt and stress. Remember, it's a loan even if it feels easy. Read the fine print budget for repayments and be honest about what you can afford. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe for more financial deep dives. Thanks for watching. See you next time.